The core focus for the strategy for you is to build digital valuation for the business, which adds to the potential sell price. But most importantly, it means that you get your biggest digital footprint over your competitors faster. But it also means that you become more visible quicker to your audience. Their audience is your audience. What you want to be is a comparative to their searches. So anyone who's landing on their website, you come up as the alternative. Mm-hmm. And the way to do that is to build the site technically correct, but for scale from the beginning, so you don't have to keep redeveloping. By putting it on the system, we get a core dashboard to gauge on a daily basis if we've got our stats at 90% plus. Accessibility is always going to adjust in the initial build, and that's just for people that have eyesight issues and user experience structures whilst we finish the build and whilst we adjust. That's always going to be fluctuating, but anything over 7% is certainly relatively successful. This structure here becomes your ecosystem that you manage all the websites with. So what we want is high performance cluster sites or funnels for each of your products. And we're going to surround all the keywords that we're going to be driving in Google and ranking for. The value of this system here is at the click of a button. If you have any issue with a website, with a plugin or anything, you can roll it back to the last hour that it was functioning. So you don't have an issue of downtime. So you've got this absolute uptime guarantee generally with these providers. And we're choosing from Google, I suppose, metrics on that side. But the point about the backups and the rollbacks is it gives you comfort that it will always be sorted. The SSL and the cache, if there's a like we're struggling now with the, I suppose, the cache issues in the history, we can just flush the system and make sure that it's showing the most current version of any changes. Then we go to the back of the core website. This is your new form that we've embedded. But if I go to the dashboard, we've got this AI bot here that you can type in anything on how to adjust. So we say add category to blog as an example, and it will just show you straight away, whoever's in the back end, how to do that in easy steps. So that's the reason we went with this build. Now what we've done with this developer is we've got various theme structures so that each website looks different but still part of the brand identity of your overall style guide. We've got your core metrics that you're going to rest on, which is things like your sessions and your page views. You can see with your activity in the last 30 days, you're over 250% up in page views, which is obviously positive, and credit to yourselves for the activity you've done on the ground, which would be, the show that you did. Sessions, that's showing that you're getting a little bit of engagement, obviously off the back of socials plus what you've done on the ground. The average session duration down slightly is showing me that you may be getting more informed users on the site. You're getting people that have a little bit more understanding of what they're looking for, and they're guided through the site quicker to fill out a form and put in an inquiry, which is positive. You can see that that's probably echoed because your bounce rate is low, significantly low. So initially you're going to get people kicking tires, having a look around, sort of seeing what the market has to offer. Especially if you're ranking high, you're always an option. But until they move to the life cycle of becoming an informed buyer, they are still working out what it is that is going to suit their needs. Then we start looking at search traffic. Obviously you want to see a significant increase in search traffic because that really shows that you are visible in the first instance. So for the keywords that we're ranking for, the search traffic is up by 461. That's almost 100% up from where it was before. Search impressions looking strong. You've almost doubled that as well. Total keywords down 1, and that's okay because we're splitting across 2 sites at the moment while we finish that build. Then that's going to jump significantly. So one of the key projects to drive is an always-on focus for SEO without spending any money, because we don't want to just be throwing money at Google AdWords, because that only represents a small fraction of search. Most people don't press on the sponsored links, they press on the organic that rank highest because they're generally seen as the leaders in your category, right? Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to rank for that as quickly as possible. And we're going to do that through the blogs and through the information articles, embedded videos, these gimbals that we're doing, where we're actually showing time-lapse installations. Testimonies from customers is the most important tone of voice that you can have. So we'll be doing transcripts with the AI through the videos that we take of the testimonies, embedding them into a blog, having how-to guides that are gated. And what that means is they see a guide, how to improve the quality of your tap water at home. There's a guide that they want to download, but before they can download it, they have to put in their information, fill out a form for you to contact them and talk to them about, the benefits of this.
So all those blogs we put up before, you were talking about, we could almost create a whole different website for that.
Exactly.
Like a university.
So I'm going to show you this now. So there's 3 websites in total that you've got currently now. The third one will be released next month, which is the Academy, or the information-based structure. And that's actually going to have modular learning capacity so that people can actually learn how to manage their water systems at home, or how to care for their fixed my water system that you've installed through 6 simple modules. So it's something that is borderless as well, and potentially can be monetized even into the US and other places on different systems. It's an opportunity for scale and the resale of common brands as well. The second one that has been built is a media and resources website that's now going to stand alone on its own URL, and that's going to be Fixed My Water Resources. Or we can get more creative and think about something that's really going to have a lot of influence in search terms, like healthy home water information, or something like that.
Yep.
That then refers back to Fix My Water. Then you've got some real strong aggregators. But I'll show you now how that looks. And I'm just going to log out. So I've shown you that dashboard that actually sits on the back end of your website. This is the login page that are branded up for your site as well. So it looks all on brand. And every website's going to have that. So it's always on brand, always your logo. It's the detail that matters, and it's also people that are buying into your product. So if I go back to the website, we can see now resources. If we click on resources, this is technically a whole new website. So now when we go down here, you can see it all looks the same. It looks very similar. But what we've got here, as we scroll down, is you've got a big contact us. All of these other links, including that, take you back to the original website. But this then expands out to your different categories, which we're switching on in this weekend, which will be all your category components for those 50 odd blogs that we've got. And then there's page links that you can just go to. So as you mouse over here, you can see it's got little animations, and it shows you through the AI how long the read is roughly as well. You want some long tail and you want some short, snappy. Then what we've got here, we've got a little, this will be the teaser. So they click on that to get a guide, but they have to fill out a form which will come through, what is it, Hive Forms that you're using now?
Go high level.
Go high level.
Go high level, okay. This was quite a nice touch where we changed the little icons into your actual logo, which is quite nice. And this is all keywords.
That's the Australian one, isn't it? Australian, made in Australia.
And then you've got your core products here. We can just keep adding to that. And then this is just, again, something that's quite fun, but it really puts the product as hero, as you scroll down. So you can see it's got all the animations. You got that, so it's all the same structure, but this is designed to use the similar content, but in a different way, in a different structure, which then means on Google, like we did for pigeon removals, you type in pigeon removals on any browser, and the websites we did for that one guy, 3 of the top 1, 2, and 3 sites that return are all his product. It's a unique way of doing it. Usually through an agency, costly, but this way, because we can just replicate through that system, just clone, and rebuild. It's just, it's something that will get you those results. So you can see this is all literally bespoke replication from the core site. And that's a beautiful component of this, is we can just clone across sites. But the functionality of the site means it optimizes differently. Now these widgets here, again, just user experience, back to the top. And then you go, okay, well now I've had a look at resources, I want to go to our products. What's actually happening here is it's at the click of a button that quick, taking you back to the original website.
Even on my internet, it's so slow here. I'm about to upgrade to Telstra.
Yeah.
Terrible. So look how quick that still worked.
So those scores that we got, that's why I'm on that system, and that's why it's as an agency so costly, because it just means you get those results so quick.
And that's also when I say to Eric, I just want to pop this image up on the website. Eric, when I'll say to Eric, I just want to pop this image on the website, and he'll say to me, let me do it, because he edits the image, and there's so many other things that happen in the background to keep the speed of the website,
Yeah.
So I respect that. It's good. I like that. I like that you're so particular about that.
The imagery is interesting, because if you have beautiful imagery, you don't want it to look degraded and pixelated. You want it to load quickly, but you want it to be a stunning image that tells the story, because you eat with your eyes, right? So if you just have an image that's just a placeholder and therefore an image, well, any website can do that. But if you're on brand, the excellence for you is in the detail. That standard of excellence in everything you do. That's how these sites come together, because the imagery really pops. So we've got a combination of that AI imagery that we originally used, and then the beautiful photography and imagery that we're doing. But that's why these gimbals now, they're going to put you guys front and center in the install or whatever it is, but it allows you to create quality content in the right format, high definition, quickly. So we'll just create a Dropbox environment or something. As you create content, you drag it in there. I'll have my guys edit it into appropriate formats. You can load it directly into your socials, but I'll take it another step further, where we'll actually create digital video walls for the resources. So that extra page, website that's been built for resources, we'll actually have sections there for a YouTube showcase, which will be a whole channel of installation information or repair information. Well, it wouldn't be repairs, where it'll just be water filter changeouts or whatever it is. So speaking of that standard of excellence, this is the thing that I really wanted to show you here. Let me just find out where it is.
Can you just text Claudia and say, don't ring me? Ring me, I've got my phone on.
It's a ring one.
Sorry, bear with me. I'm going to bring it up.
So what are we looking at the moment?
So this is something that I wanted to create as a third option, that was taking into concept a payment gateway, so an e-commerce website.
Which would be good for our tap business or something like that.
Exactly, but I wanted to do it in a way that you've never seen before. It doesn't look like a shopping cart website.
Okay.
So I'll show you this now. All right. So this is the one code.
Okay, cool. Got one with you.
Look at the graphic of that. Jeez.
This is all AI. So now what we've got is, I just need to work out what's going on here.
Where's that banner?
Yeah, that's dropped out. That's crazy.
Is it because it's screen sharing, or
Yeah, it must.
because you had it the other day when you showed me?
Yeah.
What if you just
What
take
was
it
the
off
banner?
quickly?
What was the banner?
Well, it just shows more like a website, doesn't?
There's a logo up here, and there's a shopping cart here. It's actually there technically. You can see it. It's in black, but it's hidden at the moment.
Okay. Work in progress. Jeez, that's amazing picture.
Anyway.
Cool way.
But I'll take you down here. That shows you how these.
So I'm thinking of, I haven't even chased you, Eric, but our manufacturer has said that they're going to get some marketing pictures for us, for our mixers. So I want to send them an example and say, can you get images like this?
See, what I would rather do, because then we control the standard of excellence. They'll get it, but they won't necessarily get it to the standard.
Okay, true.
We can get, because we want the tap to be the hero. So when we talk taps, we don't just want them isolated. That's on the second or third click once they know what type of tap they want.
Yeah.
What we've got to sell is the dream of how that tap looks in their home,
Yeah.
how they can
100%.
envisage it working. So this is a unique type of shopping cart because it's not like any standard shopping cart. It shows the environment first. And then you would have a price point, as you can see here.
Yeah.
So this big thing, you can actually have text in it which says view tap or check out our latest range or whatever the story. And then you can see as you go over the price, it goes smaller, and the price will be whatever it is. Now, this is actually going into the shopping cart. You can click favorite or add to cart there. So if you go favorites, there you've tapped that. Now we just want to, there we go. Now look how this animates into the actual shopping cart. So there's your shopping cart, there's a code if you've got a special offer code,
Yep.
if you want to add volumes or the amount, and then you would literally
Well, if that's a bathroom tap, for example, you might get 5 of those.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so yeah.
But what you can also do is you can take it to another level where you say there's actually bulk incentives here. If you're doing a home, are you a developer? There's a 10-pack price point that makes it more cost effective or whatever the story. So there we go, added to cart successfully. Now if we go down here, for that product, we've got a video of the product being used, and we've got other products as an upsell or cross-sell that will be associated with that actual tap. And then all the
Geez, I
information.
wouldn't want a shower with that. That shower looks good. Or that soap holder, or you know,
Exactly.
the towel rack looks
Or
good.
even it being manufactured and it's something impressive, you know, not a little,
And you can see how creative we can get here. We can get quite technical because we can add information and we can add reviews even, you know, live reviews for it, whatever the story. But you can see, I mean, people can just type in and go, I love this, you know, this has been great, and it goes in as a live review, which is pretty powerful. So look, this is still concept build. It's frustrating that this is all black, something's changed, but if I go shop, as an example,
Oh, look at that.
it'll take you to the shop, and we can change the background to anything, but then you can see all their ranges.
So this is just the stuff you loaded in for us.
Yeah.
Wow, jeez.
And it's purely concept at the moment, but what I was saying to Calvin, why I said it would probably have its biggest impact on the big screen for you is we really want something to be different. We want it to be unique.
People look at that and go, yeah.
Isn't it different? Like, that's pretty different, eh? Like, it's cool. So Eric showed me this, then I walked into Reese and I'm like, jeepers.
Reese Plumbers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looked at their website, I'm like, man, we're onto something,
yeah.
Yeah, because again, just the animation process of clicking on that, okay, I want to look at that product, you know, straight away, boom, you're into, it feels like you're in a showroom, in a digital showroom, which is cool. So we'll keep getting it refined and ratcheted down in discussions with these developers constantly. So I suppose the next step is to put in some dummy products so it sort of makes more sense with your brand.
Oh, we got quite a lot of products that doesn't have to be dummy. It could be real.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we could load it in. But to me, this kind of imagery really stands out because you're selling the dream of daily usage of a tap that you're really going to enjoy using. It's not just a tap. It's I suppose that's everything that you're selling. It's all the moments and memories around the kitchen that has that tap.
Yeah.
Like Calvin was in at Reese yesterday, and what was that? Single tap, like that single one you got on the back wall there.
Yeah.
You know, like this one here.
But
How much was that?
even that looks better.
Yeah, but how much was that tap?
Tap in that particular one, or
Yeah, I mean it's
the
12.
one I saw
Yeah,
was
you
$1,400.
How much?
$1,400.
$1,400.
It was just a chrome pull-out tap.
We sell the two-way, which is far superior than that, for $355. It's insane. Like,
But you almost need to double the price point just to be taken seriously so people don't question its quality, right?
in a way,
Yeah.
No, well, it's the
Yeah,
weirdest
it's
thing.
true, I see
Well, it
what
was
you're
so
saying.
their jeans back in South
Yeah,
Africa.
yeah.
They're a premium denim product. We had them on special and it didn't sell. We doubled their price within a day. The whole bin was gone. Because people just understand price point equals value for some reason. It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
okay.
So I'll fix the tech there. You can see the white border. All this would essentially be white. You do have a bag here, which is the.
So you actually seen it operating, didn't you?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So you click on the the shopping bag, then it shows you what you've got in your cart.
So
Wow.
it just hovers up, like it just hovered over.
Yeah.
Actually, I might be able to quickly fix that. I think I know what's going on.
Nice.
That's fixed now. So
Ah.
you can see how
Nice.
basically instead of a standard shopping cart where you've just got a whole lot of tiny little pictures and you've got to sort of navigate and scroll
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
This is telling you the story of your hero pieces, and maybe it's your hero products and hero categories. At any stage, you've got shop, about, FAQ, contact, or whatever. You can have drop downs there. But the most important thing for user experience is you can see the heart is generally synonymous with your favorites that you tag.
Yeah.
So on a returning IP address, you're always going to have that history that as you log in, if you're a repeat customer, as an example, you'll have all the, I suppose, chronology of anything that you've liked in the past saved into your account, any past purchases. It even has subscriptions. So if you were doing like okay, you love our taps, subscribe to our channel on how to get the best out of your water or whatever this
Yeah,
is.
I see that.
So it's got powerful back-end components, but what we want to do is we want to use this structure to design that feel that someone who doesn't know you gets when they land on it and go,
That's insane.
This is
that
different.
those pictures.
yeah.
Like I'm like, wow.
Yeah. So, and again, this is the power of AI. AI is only as good as the requests of it. So that's why I say prompt writing is going to be everything about AI in the future, because you get the best out of it. It's the same with humans. You get the best out of someone when you ask the right questions. You know, and you just keep tweaking it until you get it. But for me, the drama of the light and the dark and the type of image, what the angle it's shot and everything. It's the same as walking into a show home, you know, with all the development stuff that you guys do. So yeah, that's a little bit of a showpiece, a glimpse of what it could look like.
Love it, bro.